Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game. Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. It was a great night for football with temps in the low 60s, dry conditions, and little wind as the Panthers hope to clinch a Central League co-championship for 2023 against the Haverford Fords. Both teams traded possessions with 3 and outs, but Haverford found some success on the ground as number 6 Nate Shoemaker finds the corner and dances down the sideline for 17 yards. But 4 plays later, the Fords try a trick hook and ladder, but lose control of the ball as number 5 James Fisher pounces and recovers the fumble. On the Panthers' next play from scrimmage, quarterback number 6 Jake Kitchen goes to the air and finds Fisher wide open in the flat, who takes off for 32 yards. On the next play, Fisher goes wide right, breaks a tackle, and goes another 35 yards for the Panthers score. The extra point is blocked, but the Panthers lead 6-0. In one of the stranger plays we've ever seen, the Fords quarterback Liam Taylor, number 7, runs wide right and goes down flat on his stomach. And Haven defense stops, but there's no whistle, so he gets up and moves left, turning up midfield, gaining 51 yards. It all goes for naught, however, as number 15 Matt McAndrews gets the toss but loses the handle and kicks the ball right to number 31 Jack Schuster for the recovery, stopping the Fords' drive. With about 6 minutes left in the first half, Fisher takes this one off right end for 17 yards. And then at 4th and 1, Kitchen goes for a sneak but finds space and fights and pushes for 9 more yards. 2 plays later, number 32 Shane Green breaks a tackle and bowls his way in from the 6 for the touchdown. Haven makes the 2-point conversion and leads 14-0, which brings us to tonight's first Play of the Game.
1st and 10 from the far hash at the 40-yard line. Panthers again to the 2 tight end set. Miller to the left, and they play fake. Back to pass, looking to the flat. This is Fisher again. Hauls it in at midfield. First down yardage to Moore. 30, 25, banged out of bounds on the near side by Owen Rose, but another big gain.
5 plays later, number 20 Marco Kaufman rumbles in from the 4. The extra point is blocked again, but the Panthers still lead 20-0. Haven's defense was all-powerful as we see as the Fords' number 25, Will Halle, has nowhere to go as number 34, Vince Hales, and number 40, Cole Miller, slips the caps and bury him for a 5-yard loss, which brings us to tonight's last Play of the Game.
Jogs in the play. And the Panthers now 2nd down and 5 from the Haverford 45. James Fisher wing to the left. Fullback is Vince Hales. They give it to Fisher, looking for room off that right side. Gets a nice block from Henry. Turns the corner and will pull away. 20, 15. James Fisher will take it the distance this time. 45 yards later, the Panthers on the board again. Beautifully blocked by Sean Henry.
Haven is pulling away 27-0. Disaster strikes again for the Fords as the handoff goes awry, and Miller is there for the recovery. On the very next play, number 34, Vince Hales gets the call and goes untouched for 23 yards and the touchdown. Haven is closing the door on this one, 33-zip. But the Fords would have no luck if it wasn't bad luck. On the ensuing kickoff, number 1, Buddy Kocher loses the ball, and Fisher recovers at the Haverford 32. The Fords defense holds and force a 28-yard field goal attempt, which number 27, Ben Milligan, makes with room to spare. Panthers up 36-zip. The Fords start a strong 9-play drive with finishes with this 19-yard run by number 6 Nate Shoemaker into the end zone for 6. Haverford is on the board, 36-6. Haven had one more drive, which included this great run by number 8 Ryan Henry for 36 yards. The Panthers clinch a share of the Central League title, winning this one 36-6. James Fisher led both on the ground with 9 rushes for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns, and in the air with 2 catches for 65 yards. He also had 3 tackles on defense and 2 fumble recoveries. Cole Miller led the defense with 10 tackles, 4 unassisted, and 1 fumble recovery. And Ben Milligan had his first field goal for 28 yards and also 3 tackles on defense. Next week, the Panthers travel to Harry S. Truman for the final game of the regular 2023 season. Tune in again next week for another edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game.